George, if you do come back and fight, is this a one-fight thing, or you want to be back? Like George St. Pierre is back. He's fighting 2-3 times a year,
No.
and it's your career again.
Yeah, I want to be back for another run. Yeah, and I don't want to get back for one fight. I'll take one fight at a time, but I want to go for a run. Yeah.
You said there are still a couple things that need to be kind of ironed out with the UFC. What are some of those sticking points? Can you talk about that?
Well, look, if you see it from my perspective of view, I'm making a lot of money now, even though I'm not fighting. And my contract is old. My contract was made before the Reebok deal. And what we ask, basically, it's now because if I going back and fighting, I cannot advertise my sponsor, and so I'm losing money if I go back to fight on the whole term of my contract. So it's reasonable, you know what I mean? And just waiting to see what's gonna happen.
When you left, did you really feel like this might be done though? Like at any point did you feel like I may never come back?
I didn't know at the time, and but I feel the fire of the competition inside of me, but even more so now. I would not have come back just to come back. I wanted to come back if I'm better than I was, because the sport has improved as well. You know, that's why it's very hard as a champion to stay champion, because the sport will catch up to you. You need to reinvent yourself. People say, oh, you don't fix something that is not broken, but this is not true. You have to fix it and make it better and stronger, build a better foundation. Just have a lot more fun, I'm more hungry, and that makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah. I want you to listen to something, George, and I want you to tell me what it makes you think. George St. Pierre doesn't have that I want to be a world champion attitude anymore. Yeah. He doesn't have that drive and that desire that he once had. And if you don't have that, no, you should not fight. What do you think made Dana White say that? Is that a negotiating tactic?
He doesn't know anything about me. He doesn't know. I'm a smart guy. I'm not the kind of guy you're going to say that, okay, I'm going to sign if I'm going to fight for a peanut. No. I'm a smart person. It doesn't work, this thing on me. But I'm going to tell him something like to Dana. It's like, let me fight once. And you'll see in the first minute of the fight that what you just said is wrong.
So you do want to come back and fight and be the UFC champion again, though? Because it sounds like he's saying George doesn't want to be the champion anymore.
Let me fight Tyron Woodley, then we'll see if I want to be world champion again. Yeah. You'll see. I understand what he means, and I'm not angry at Dana. He does what he does for the best of his interest. I do what I do for the best of my interest. And one day when all that's going to be over, we'll probably be friends, like most of the guys that I've fought. But now it's like a game, you know. He's doing his game, I'm doing mine. And we work for the best of our interests. But let me fight once, you'll see.
George,
not once, but you'll see after the first minute of the fight, you'll be like, oh, yeah, he's serious.
Yeah.
With that in mind, what's more important to you? A big fight, a super fight, or getting the title?
I think the title, I've had it before. I wanna fight the big name, because sometime in this business, the guy who's the champion is not necessarily the biggest draw. He's not necessarily the best guy. He's the guy that has a title. But maybe the guy who's the best guy is sitting in his couch, you know, like, so I want to fight the guy that people want to see me fight, you know. I want to fight the fight that excite me, you know, or the fight that are the biggest draw. That's what it is.
George, you come back and you fight. I mean, you've done pretty much everything. Every fighter across the board respects you for your accomplishments. What's left? What's left to do in this sport of mixed martial arts?
It's a good question. Why would I come back? But why would I do not come back? I can answer you more the question, why would I do not come back? Why I would come back more than why would I do not come back. So my answer is this. It's like now I feel I'm on the top of my game, you know. And if you ask my coaches, they'll tell you the same thing. It's not like it's a fact. Like in training, I look better than I ever been. I feel better than I ever been, and I'm more hungry than I ever been. I don't want to end up at 60 or 70 years old telling myself, oh, I should have done it. I wonder how it would have been, how I would have do. If I come back and I lose and I get knocked out, I won't be sad. I won't regret it, because I knew that I was at my best and I did everything that I should have done, and I can die in peace because I have no regret. Everything that I regret in my life are things that I have not done, not necessarily things that I have done.